Over the past 2 weeks, we've been focusing on the prefill by URL and smart tag. So in this week, I'm going to walk us through how to use or rather capture some of the user hidden data. And to begin, I'm going to create the first form. So I'll go to WPForms, then add new. Once the form builder is open, I will title this as hidden user data. Then I'm going to use a simple contact form. Now for this, there are a number of smart tags that can help you capture some of the hidden user data. And this is actually where all that we've been learning for the past 2 weeks come in handy. So the first one, I'm going to add an hidden field. Now with the hidden field added, for this, we're going to capture the IP address. You head over to advanced, then click on that, the default value, then search IP address. So I will select on IP address, you'll see that we have it right there. The next thing, after doing that, I'm going to add another hidden field. So with the hidden field, we can capture the geodata. Then you head over to advanced, then now you search for. So for the geodata to be captured, you're going to use the user. You're going to use the entry geolocation. So the entry geolocation, what it does, it allows you to see the approximate information of your users. So essentially, you can add this to the email message, or you can do it to another field. Then it can be captured and saved into your entries. But for that, you need a geolocation addon. So to install and activate geolocation addon, I'm going to preview this. Then head over to the WPForms, then go to the dashboard, WPForms, then on addons. Once you're in the addons page, search for geolocation addon, then you click install the addon. What this will do, it will install that addon for you and activate. After it has been installed, let me make sure that this is saved. Then I'm going to reload this. Once this is done, we go back to our hidden field, then go to advanced, then click on this and search for entry geolocation. We're going to save that. So we've been able to do with the geolocation data. The next one, we want to capture the user ID, especially for the entries that are logged in. And you can also capture the query variable by simply passing the query value, as we did in the first video on how to prefill by URL and using the query strings. So I'll copy this, the entry user journey. It's worth noting that for the entry user journey, you need the user. Let me just click on that. For the entry user journey, you need to have the user journey addon. But let me focus on this 3, so I'll save that. My name, Mike Proper, then test at wpforms.com, then we submit. So what this will do, it will capture some of my data. I'll click on view the entry, then view the entry. Method was empty, we left that. You'll see that it captures my IP address and it gives us the geodata that I'm in Nairobi County, which is actually Kenya, and that is actually my correct location. So that is actually how to capture the IP address and geodata. Now to capture the other data such as the user ID, I'll simply bring another hidden field, that, then come right here, then search for the user ID. So user ID. So as mentioned right here, is worth noting that, so if you click on user ID for logged in users, every registered user on WordPress site has an ID. So basically what this does, it captures the user ID. And this actually comes in handy if you're running a membership site and you only want to know the ID for the logged in user that submitted the form. So once we're done with that, I'm going to hit save, then preview. Definitely I'm the admin. And as the admin, one of the things that I would expect, let me just do the testing. All right, then I'll go back to the entry. So this is the testing. If we view that entry, you will notice that it captured my ID of 1. So to confirm that is the ID, I would simply come right here, then I'll say edit the profile. All right. So by default, I'm actually the only, I'm the only admin on this website, and by default, the first admin, or rather the first user on the site, is given an ID of 1. So now that we've seen that, the next thing that we'd want now to see is basically the user journey data. Rather, the user journey data. The user journey data is actually used to display the path a user went before opening and submitting the form. So I'm going to do that. For this, it also needs the user journey addon. So to install the user journey addon, we do the same. Head over to the dashboard. Once you're in your WordPress dashboard, you go to WPForms, then go to addons. Now in the addons page, you search for user journey addon. So I'm going to install and activate the user journey addon. It's worth noting that both the geolocation addon and the user journey addon are available in the pro or higher license. So to get access to some of these smart tags, you will need to have a pro or a higher license. But still, even without that, you can still capture some of the useful details using the hidden fields, such as the entry ID, the user ID, and as well as their IP address. And that is it. So now that I have this, I'm going to add another hidden field. Now with the hidden field, let's say that we do one user journey data. All right. So I'm going to save it and reload the form builder once the form has been saved. Then I'll go to advanced, then search for user journey. So the entry user journey, then save that. I'll also preview. After previewing, I'll say this is my keep test at gmail.com. We are testing. Then hit submit. As soon as I hit submit, I'll head over to view the entry. Then click on that. Then view that specific entry. So you will notice it's actually empty. However, if we go to the email, just a minute. So if you go to the email, this is the last submission. You will notice that the user journey, the data, is actually added to the email field, but it is not saved within the form builder. Why? Number one, this actually happens because of the order in which WPForms process the data. Say that at the time of form submission, because the user entry data is actually processed later in the form submission, it's not present in that hidden field. So to confirm this is actually what we're going to do. I'm going to add a single line field, then I use that smart tag right here as a default value for that. Save it, then we preview. So if we preview, you will see by default that the smart tag has the value. But if you want to confirm that, for example, unlike for that, the data such as the geolocation data, so if I come to this, remove this, then we input as the geolocation data, then save it, you will see that it actually pre-filled the data, simply because the geolocation data is actually added in the instance with which the form, or rather during the instance when the page is reloaded, unlike the user entry data. So you'll find the same thing happening to the entry ID, because at the time of form submission, the entry ID is not present, meaning it can only be shown either in the it's actually ideal to use it only in the email message. So that is it. And one option that these features that I'm talking about, especially on how you are seeing the form entries display on my site, is actually part of the basic or higher license. And next week, we're going to dive deeper in understanding everything about WPForms entries. We're going to touch base from the settings, such as the columns, the customization, all the data and all that. We're going to see all the filters. We're going to view the individual entry. After viewing, we will also edit those entries. After editing the entries, we will also do this. We're going to print that particular entry, and we're going to, as we print the entry, such as this, we say print the entry we can either use the compact mode. Let's say we can say show the entry ID. We want the compact mode, the location data, we also need that. We'll say that we want the maintain the layout, we want the page break and all that. So see you next week. And this is actually the main reason why you should keep subscribed to our YouTube channel, follow us on TikTok, so that you can be updated as soon as we release some of these amazing videos. So see you next time. Thank you.